There is one person whose numbers are going up. President Obama. His approval ratings are going up, and he was speaking earlier at a luncheon, the annual Irish luncheon. He had something to say about the violence that we've been seeing at some of the Donald Trump rallies. Let's take a listen.
We have heard vulgar and divisive rhetoric aimed at women and minorities, at Americans who don't look like us or pray like us or vote like we do. We've seen misguided attempts to shut down that speech, however offensive it may be. We live in a country where free speech is one of the most important rights that we hold. In response to those attempts, we've seen actual violence. And we've heard silence from too many of our leaders. In America, there aren't laws that say that we have to be nice to each other, or courteous, or treat each other with respect. But there are norms. There are customs. There are values that our parents taught us and that we try to teach to our children, to try to treat others the way we want to be treated. The notion that kindness breeds kindness. The longer that we allow the political rhetoric of late to continue, and the longer that we tacitly accept it, we create a permission structure that allows the animosity in one corner of our politics to infect our broader society. And animosity breeds animosity. We have a choice. We can condone this race to the bottom or accept it as the way things are and sink further, or we can roundly reject this kind of behavior, whether we see it in the other party or, more importantly, when we see it in our own party, and set a better example for our children and the rest of the country to follow.
It's pretty rare for a sitting president to comment on an ongoing campaign, a presidential campaign. I don't think I've seen that in a while. I mean,
it is his last year.
Right.
You know, he's really nothing to lose. And I think this has gotten to a point where I think he feels the need. I mean, he said leaders aren't speaking out on this.
Right.
And, you know, everybody, he faulted everybody in this situation. It wasn't just Trump, who he was alluding to. It was also the protesters who were on his side saying that's not the way to react to that kind of language. And so everybody sort of got a share of the blame, including the leaders who aren't speaking out. I thought that was very interesting. I think he's trying to set an example here.